the cost of childbirth in Japan. Like, you people did not tell me. Nobody told me. Like, I wasn't informed. I wasn't guided. No mentor, nothing. Nobody informed me. Like, what? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I am Akuna, a Nigerian living and studying in Japan. So in this channel, I share my experiences so far in Japan, live lessons, and generally my experiences living abroad. So guys, today's video is going to be like the most vulnerable video, or a video where I've come closer to speaking about my personal life in Japan. Generally, it's about things I see in Japan and other things. So this is going to be like my own core experience. So guys, from the title you already know this video is about childbirth abroad with regards to Japan. So last month my baby clocked 1, so I had a baby 13 months ago, and whew, safe to say it feels like I just had a baby yesterday because I'm yet to recover from the whole postnatal whatever that is happening. So guys, let's get right into it. But don't forget to hit the subscribe button and like this video. Why am I laughing so much? I'm so cracked up because now that I'm recalling some of the events, it looks so funny, but then it wasn't even funny. So guys, let's get into it. So one of the things that shocked me with childbirth in Japan, number one would be the cost of childbirth in Japan. Like, you people did not tell me. Nobody told me. Like, I wasn't informed. I wasn't guided. No mentor, nothing. Nobody informed me. Like, what? Cost of childbirth in Japan is expensive. Like, prior to coming to Japan, you know, I heard, oh, childbirth in Canada is free. In most European countries, very cheap. I know in the US is quite expensive, but I didn't expect Japan to be this expensive. And also considering that they are having a declining population, the rate of old people here, I was hoping that childbirth would be, you know, very affordable, like free almost. Guys, I was shocked when I was told that childbirth here costs 700,000 to 800,000 yen. I was like, what's going on? Nobody informed me. This is over 7,000 to 8,000 US dollars. Like, how did we get here? I was shocked. And when I got to know this, I was already, I think, in my 5th or 6th month, and there was really practically nothing I could do about it. I was also about to end my master's degree, so I couldn't even try or even think about traveling back home because I graduated 2 weeks before childbirth. So you can imagine the closeness. There wasn't any room. So guys, 700,000 to 800,000 yen. That's the cost of childbirth in Japan. You know the one that shocked me more? Cesarean section. Like, cesarean section is cheaper. Cesarean section, what am I even saying? Cesarean section costs about 650,000 yen to 750,000 yen. That it's about 100,000 yen cheaper than natural birth. I'm like, what's going on? How? Because in Nigeria is the opposite. Cesarean section is about 4 to 5 times. So how is it the opposite here in Japan? I mean, God, this was very confusing to me. So at the end of the day, for me, I spent 710,000 yen. That was the cost of childbirth for me in Japan. Ooh. Like, now I'm already having a headache thinking of the money again. Like, it was really expensive. I didn't expect that. This is not my first childbirth. So in Nigeria, I already had an idea of how much I paid. In Nigeria, I didn't spend up to 50,000 yen to birth my first baby. I'm telling you guys the truth. I didn't spend up to 50,000 yen. So you can imagine when you're spending roughly, you should be roughly 2.5 million naira as at then. That would be the exchange rate. About 2.5 million naira to birth a baby. Hey! Shimo. But of course, life is worth more than that. We wouldn't compare. Actually, the government stepped in because when you're under health insurance, which I'm under, the health insurance, not the government though, the health insurance pays 420,000 yen. And then sometimes, depending on your income, the government might step in. But in my case, it's only the health insurance that stepped in. So they paid 420,000 yen, while I paid the balance of 290,000 yen. So that means I put to bed at the minimum threshold. Like, it's cost 700,000 yen. That's the least you will pay, 700,000 yen. So my extra 10,000 yen was basically for the rentals, because I decided not to bring clothes to the hospital. So I had to rent my own maternity gown, delivery gown, and whatever in the hospital. So I guess that's what the 10,000 yen covers, and maybe a few medications that was given to me after the delivery. So guys, that was really shocking to me. Like, Really, really shocking. The next thing will be epidural. So when you think Japan as one of the top 10 countries in the world, like, yeah, so epidural should be a thing here, right? I mean, they are the league of the US and all that. But guys, in Japan, epidural is strange. Like, they know about it, but it doesn't make sense to most people. Like, why do you need anesthesia? I mean, you're not undergoing a surgery, you're not sick. That's the way they see it. Like, you shouldn't need epidural to birth a child. I mean, the natural way of it is to feel the pain. That's what constitutes to you being a mom. That's what gives you that whole mom ability. That's how they see it, guys. I'm not joking. Like, the percentage of people who use epidural in Japan is about 5.2%. That's what the statistics say as of today. 5.2% of women in Japan are those that use epidural. So guys, like, it's a strange thing here. Everybody feels that, mostly the doctors feels like, you should experience the whole thing. Experience it. It's what makes you a mom. Like, I didn't use epidural during my first delivery, but I don't mind using epidural. I'm not against it though. So it was just shocking to hear. I didn't request for it, but it was shocking to hear that epidural is not a thing. Some hospitals do not offer it, and those that offer it even have timelines. Like, some don't operate on Saturdays, some don't operate after 7 p.m. Like, so you really have to book ahead of time. Maybe when you're 1 month pregnant, you book for epidural in 8 months time or in 9 months time. That's another thing. In Nigeria we say 9 months. In Japan they say 10 months. When they ask you how many weeks gone are you, and you're like, oh, I'm 4 weeks gone, they're like, okay, in the next 9 months. And I'm like, no, in the next 8 months. I'm already 1 month gone. But truthfully, it's 40 weeks, so it's logically 10 months. But in Nigeria, we say 9 months. That's another thing that really shocked me, the whole epidural thing. It's not a thing in Japan. Let me just say that like that's not a thing in Japan. Then antenatal classes. Oh my, thanks to COVID, I didn't attend any antenatal classes. This was really hurting to me because this is a new environment. I know childcare might be same, but I know there might be also little things that are different, here and there. And it's been a while since I had a child. Like, my first child is way older than my second baby, so I needed to refresh. I needed to, also be around people, because I had quite an eventful pregnancy. Like, all the symptoms on Google, I had them. So I needed that whole gathering, that whole community where you meet people, you share your experiences, others share theirs, and then you're like, oh, these people are also having this feeling, so it's normal. Because at the point I felt like I was overreacting, but I wasn't overreacting. I was trying to explain how I feel. It gets me all worked up. So I was really angry. Why do you have to cancel antenatal classes? Like, I even felt more bad for first time moms because I already had some experience from Nigeria. But even at that, I felt like that was something that shouldn't be cancelled. Or you do it online. After all, many things went online and they went fine. So the next thing will be long stay. So on the average, you spend 5 to 7 days. 5 days for those who are not first time moms and who delivered via natural birth. And then 7 days for those who are not first time moms and had their birth via cesarean section. While on the other side, you have 7 days for first time moms who delivered via natural birth, and then 10 days for those who are first time moms and had the delivery via cesarean section. Yeah, so it's roughly 5 to 7 days on the average. So I had to spend 5 days, and guys, safe to say I enjoyed the 5 days. I actually had a better postnatal experience than prenatal and during the delivery. So this one, because Japan really focuses on recovery, like they were focused on my recovery. I really liked that about them. I give it to them like excellent, 10 over 10, in fact 100 over 10. At this point, they really outdid themselves. Like, the assistance was top notch. Like, they cater to the mom. When you're tired, just give them your baby. Like, practically, I wasn't even spending so much time with my baby in a whole day. I was really, really weak. I kept sleeping and sleeping. That's the only time I actually rested up until now, because now my hands are full. So what they do is, there's a more like, not a timetable though, but in my case, what they do is every 3 hours, if I'm sleeping or if I'm resting, if I'm not with the baby, they call me and then they ask me to breastfeed the baby. So the baby is on a 3-hour feeding interval. So what I do is, when I pump so much, I tell them to please do the next feeding on my behalf, and they do it. Like, without issues. They are really helpful. At night, once it's 8 p.m, I take the baby to the nurse's station and they take care of the baby. When it's time for feeding, they wake me up. Basically all through the 5 days I spent in the hospital, actually 4 nights, 4 nights and 5 days. So basically during the 4 nights I didn't sleep with my baby. I just left the baby with them and they took good care of the baby. So that's that for the long stay. Then guys, these ones outdid themselves with this particular point I'm about to say now. Food. If you've been following me for a while, you know that I always say I'm not adventurous with food, and trust me on that, I am not adventurous with food, guys. Not one bit. It's funny how I want to travel the world, but I'm not adventurous when it comes to eating. All that changed a year ago in the hospital. So prior to the delivery, like I told you guys, I just went with a very small luggage, but in that luggage was filled with junk, like junk. I was already having low appetite during the pregnancies, but I was eating much junk. So I was like, so since I'm not familiar or in good relationship with Japanese meals, I'm going to pack enough junk for myself. So I just had things that were easy to prepare. Then I made meat pie that I that I packed. I kept in the fridge for microwaving. So guys, I really shocked myself. I was eating those meals like my life depended on it. It was so nutritious. Look at it now. Like, so balanced. Everything was done, prepared with intentionality. And what shocked me the more was that my meal was different from every other person's meal. Like every other person's meal is different. It depends on your need. They're checking your weight. They're checking your lactation. They're checking everything that you need to recover. Like, those guys are just so good, you know, the right amount of veggies, right amount of carbs, right amount of protein, right amount of vitamin, name it, everything, beverage, the usual amount. Like, I really enjoyed myself, guys. Everything was top notch. Then gifts, woo, they came true. Like, wow. The day I had a baby, so when I was moved to my room from the theater, there was a bag on my table or on my shelf or something. So they mentioned, this is your congratulatory gift. I'm like, wow, lots of things inside. There were towels. They have this umbilical cord box in Japan. So you know, in Nigeria, when the umbilical cord cuts off, some people bury it. I think with regards to my first baby, my mom buried it. I think that's the tradition or something. But with regards to my second baby, you have to dry it and then put it in the box and do whatever you wish with it. But I think in their case they just keep it, since it's well dried, it doesn't spoil. I think. In fact, I have to check where this one is. I have to go back and take a look. So maybe you show the baby when the baby grows. I've actually not thought about it, and maybe when I went to Nigeria I should have asked my mom or taking it back home. But I'll ask her what to do with it anyway. So they really came true. I even forgot to mention, I think on the second day, one of the food, I'll show you guys now. This food, they said it was congratulatory food too. Like, this was like the most bougie food that they gave, that they offered me. It was really nice. I really enjoyed that. I really appreciated them for that. Like, the gift bag had the towel, the umbilical cord box, a blanket, an ink pad, for the baby's finger and footprints. What else? Diapers, wipes. I've forgotten something else, but I think just about this thing. I think these few things were in that bag. But everything changed. Yep, everything changed when I got back home and I realized that there is no omogo for me. Oh my god. If you're Nigerian, you understand how this feels. You really understand. And this has been my biggest fear, having a child abroad. Honestly, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be very honest with you guys. And that is why when people go to have babies abroad, I don't even envy them. Like, who will take care of you? Except you're going to where you have family though. But if it's just to do birth tourism and come back, no. So the omogo, oh my god. Because that was in the middle of the pandemic. So, we're still in the pandemic though. But, you know, it was in the core time of the pandemic, and Japan's borders were still closed. In fact, they're still closed until now. I think they're opening this June in a few days or weeks time. So oh, they couldn't even allow anybody to come to Japan. Like, my mom felt so sad. In fact, when I went back to Nigeria last December, the thing she kept saying was, oh my baby, how did you cope? Oh my baby, how did you cope? I'm so sorry. Now I'm so emotional. Like, she was so sad that she couldn't come here, guys. Like, I really missed that. It was really hard for me. It was really hard for me during this period. In fact, still. And because I'm still like 1 year postpartum, not like I'm a long time, just 13 months postpartum, so I'm still like a fresh mom, like slightly fresh from the oven. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, please let me know in the comment section what shocked you the most. What was the most shocking facts amongst all I have mentioned, and how is it different from your home country? Please don't forget to leave a comment, like, and subscribe. Until the next video, see you. Bye.